what are the parameters for what may be written and what may not be written on Chol HaMoed? To my understanding, this is Chaim speaking, to my understanding, the Rambam holds anything that is considered Ma'aseh Hedyot would be permitted, whereas the Ra'avad holds that it is generally forbidden unless there is a specific need that one must write and it cannot wait until after the Hag is over. Which of these positions does the Rav feel should be followed and why?
I think the position of Rambam is the basic pshat of the halakha. All the isurim of malacha and Chol HaMoed have to do with a kind of malacha or omanuth that people do for their livelihood. The whole purpose was to prevent people engaging in the practices that they do on a daily basis for their livelihood, so that Chol HaMoed will be a special time. So if someone asks you to write down the phone number of someone they need to call, to jot it down on a piece of paper, that is clearly no kind of malacha in the sense of it's not an omanuth. It's not something that anyone would ever pay you for. It's not calligraphy. Calligraphy is the opposite of ma'aseh hedyot, right? It's people are paid to produce beautifully drawn up ketubot or other documents, what have you, because it's calligraphy. It's something special. Not everyone can do this, and it's a malacha in the sense of being an occupation. It's the kind of occupation or skill that a person learns and makes money by engaging in. No one makes money by writing out a check. If you go to the supermarket on Shabbat, on Chol HaMoed, I'm sorry, to buy food for the Chag, if you have to write a check, I don't think I've seen many people write checks nowadays. It used to be once upon a time. It used to be more the common thing here in Israel to write checks in supermarkets. But if that's what you're doing, that's in no way any kind of melacha or manuth, and that's not mevatel the aim and the purpose of Chol HaMoed. So I follow. I think in this matter, which is also Divrei Sofarim, I think we can follow the view of the Rambam and many other Rishonim who hold that way. And therefore, the only kind of writing that's really asur is Sofer Satan, who's writing Tefillin or Mezuzot or Sefer Torah or Megillah or Ketubah or a person who engages in calligraphy and that kind of activity.
If someone is like writing, I don't know, a story, a poem, or a blog, and let's say typing. I don't know if typing would be any different than writing, but a lot of people write things up every so often.
I just as one can jot these things down, one can type them up. That's not the kind of activity that Hazal aimed at prohibiting on Chol HaMoed. The aim of Chol HaMoed is to distance these days from being like regular work days. So that, and as the Yerushalmi states, lo gazru ala malacha b'chol HaMoed or Chol HaMoed ela kedei sheyasku b'Torah. The aim was that people would not engage in their normal day-to-day practices, and rather would spend the days as a kind of semi-Shabbat, shall we say, semi-Yom Tov. So if a person, and I see someone asked a question now, I believe about writing a computer program or something. Well, if that's what someone does for one's living, then one shouldn't be doing that on Chol HaMoed, unless one's financial situation is so dire that one really has no choice.
Thank you, Rabbi Bar-Hayim. We would like to encourage our viewers to share these videos with friends and send in your responses. We would also like to suggest the following opportunity to our viewers. If you identify with Rabbi Bar-Hayim's message and would like to sponsor or dedicate a video interview with the rabbi in honor or memory of a loved one, if you would like to obtain Birkon Nusach Eretz Yisrael or invite the rabbi for a speaking engagement, please email us at office@machonshilo.org.
If you are inspired by Rabbi Bar-Hayim's message and would like to get involved in Torah Eretz Yisrael activities in your local area, please fill out the relevant form by going to the link which appears on the screen.